we are working on generation of a data bank for biological data. In this section, I will present a proposed data bank architecture for biological data. अब ये proposed architecture basically क्या है कि these are basically guidelines. Using those guidelines we can develop our own data bank at some national level, at some institute or some university or some research organization. जब हम proposed model की बात करते हैं तो हम ये देखते हैं कि उस architecture के क्या different constituents या different parts क्या होंगे. Since in data bank, what we need two sorts of information. Number one, there should be some physical storage of data. अब जब physical storage की हम बात करते हैं तो we need computational systems. Computational system means we would require some systems which have huge capability or capacity of storage. अब जब स्टोरेज की बात हुई तो इसके लिए हमें ऐसे सिस्टम्स चाहिए जिनमें काफ़ी ज़्यादा स्टोरेज हो, माइट बी इन जीटाबाइट्स और टेराबाइट्स, काफ़ी ज़्यादा स्टोरेज अवेलेबल हो, प्लस उस डाटा को डील करने के लिए या हैंडल करने के लिए हमारे पास सॉफ्टवेयर्स हों ऐसे जो उस डाटा को बेहतर तौर पे एनालाइज कर सकें. तो हमारे पास दो चीज़ें चाहिए. नंबर वन फिजिकल स्टोरेज, नंबर टू सॉफ्टवेयर्स विच कैन वर्क ऑन दोज फिजिकली assigned databases or physically assigned data to find out useful patterns or information from that biological data. Based on these two things, what I say that our proposed model should have at least three main constituents or parts, which are download server, data server and reporting server. अब ये डाउनलोड सर्वर क्या है, डाटा सर्वर क्या है और रिपोर्टिंग सर्वर क्या है, आइए इनकी डिटेल देखते हैं. Number one, biological data, as shown by this cloud. It can be of any format. What does this statement mean? This statement means that this data can be taken from web or from any other biological database source which is available on internet, from some book, from some physical location, or from some clinical database, or from some images. So this complete cycle, what does it present? It presents our sources of biological data. अब वो sources हमारे पास क्या होंगे? It might be from internet, it might be from electronic medical records, EMRs, it can be from EHRs, electronic health records, it can be our computed tomography images, it can be our x-rays and so on. अब ये जो सारी इंफॉर्मेशन है ये हमारे पास यहाँ से चलती हुई बायोलॉजिकल डाटा के कैप्चरिंग मॉड्यूल में आई. Once it is present in biological data module, what will happen? It will move towards data storage or download server, which is shown here. Now, what is this download server? Basically, this download server is responsible for capturing data from this biological data cloud. हमारे पास एक biological data का cloud है जिसको यूज़ करते हुए हम biological data को डाउनलोड करेंगे and it will be डाउनलोडेड बाय दिस डाउनलोडेड सर्वर. हमें ये डाउनलोडिंग सर्वर क्यों चाहिए? इसकी रीज़न ये है क्योंकि डाटा हमारा ह्यूज है और डिफरेंट फॉर्मेट्स में है. तो सर्वर के पास कैपेबिलिटीज़ होती हैं कि कंप्यूटर की कैपेबिलिटीज़ को यूज़ करते हुए वो डिफरेंट फॉर्मेट्स ऑफ डाटा को डाउनलोड कर सके. दैट इज़ ऑफ डिफरेंट फॉर्मेट्स प्लस स्टोरेज साइज वुड ऑल्सो बी डिफरेंट. अब ये जो डाउनलोड सर्वर है ये हमारे पास क्या कर रहा है कि इट वुड बी डाउनलोडिंग डाटा विच इज़ इन हेट्रोजेनस फॉर्मेट. That heterogeneous format might be web pages, images, databases, clinical data and etc. So now our first server was download server. What it did, it downloaded different heterogeneous data from different places and this data is downloaded now. So once this data is downloaded, it would be saved at some place and that place is our downloading server. So it download data plus it saves all that data also. Moving on, this heterogeneous biological data, it is passed towards biological data processing engine. So now what does this do? It will perform processing of this biological data. So what would be this biological processing? Number one, since this data is heterogeneous, we want to make this data homogeneous. Homogeneous means, for example, we can say if this data is combined for DNA, RNA and protein structure, what we want to do, we make it separable. So separable means that this data for DNA data is different, for RNA different and for protein structures it is different. And we can also perform other experiments. Other experiments means cleaning of data. Cleaning means if some information is deleted, we can add that information. Similarly, if data is redundant, we can remove those redundancy. So moving on, we come toward this uniform biological data. So after data is passed from biological data processing engine, this data is in unified format or uniform. Uniform again means that it is homogeneous plus it is cleaned and it is non-redundant. Now what happens next is that this data moves towards this data server. Now what is this data server? This data server basically, it contains data in segregated form. Segregated form means that for each of RNA, protein structure or DNA, we have different location. So DNA data will be stored at one place, RNA at other place and protein structure at other place, but it would be in the same server, but locations or databases would be different. Similarly, it will interact with outside world also. So outside world means that whenever user want to access information, this data server would be responsible. Information. So for example, if this is our outer thing, so outer thing means, as we have shown here, that we can get information from our data bank through web services from this place basically. Then we can use OLAP services and we can use knowledge discovery framework. So whenever we want to attain information from data bank, it will be from data server because it has our uniform data, which is basically core of our data bank. Similarly, we have interfaces for external access this information. So these interface basically, these may be GUI based. GUI means graphical user interface, where information is present in the form of buttons and commands, and buttons basically graphs, tables and so on. Or it can be command prompt based, where user writes some command and get the required results. Okay, finally moving on from here, we have the final component, which is our reporting server. So what is reporting server? Based on our data server information, which is basically unique and uniform information, we have a reporting server. What does this reporting server do? This reporting server generates reports for users to get information from our data bank. अब ये reports किस type की होंगी? They can be of different types. They can be simple graphical reports. Graphical reports mean they can be charts, they can be graphs, they can be relational information in the form of tables and so on. So this reporting server, it will present information to the user of our system. पूरा steps इसके क्या हुए कि हमारे पास सबसे पहले एक डाटा बैंक का क्लाउड है जो डाटा को डाउनलोड करेगा फ्रॉम डिफरेंट प्लेसेस. वो इंफॉर्मेशन हमारी आएगी डाउनलोड सर्वर में. डाउनलोड सर्वर से प्रोसेसिंग सर्वर जो है या हमारा प्रोसेसिंग इंजन जो है उसे प्रोसेस करेगा, एक यूनिफाइड फॉर्मेट में कन्वर्ट करेगा. दैट यूनिफाइड इंफॉर्मेशन वुड बी स्टोर्ड इन डाटा सर्वर एंड फ्रॉम डाटा सर्वर इट विल be presented to the user through reporting server.